What if I told you that one company owns three of the most dominant digital platforms in India's $70 billion online classified markets? And what if I told you that this stock has surged over 300% in the last 2.5 years, turning a fundamentally strong business into incredible shareholder value? Hello, I'm Preet Malde from Piper Serica, and I'm here to share why we've added CarTrade to our portfolio and why we think that this is just the beginning of an exceptional growth story. Let's start with the opportunity. India's used car market is right now uh, amidst a transformation that mirrors what happened in China a decade ago and what happened in the US 2 decades before that. The numbers tell an incredible story. India's used car market is projected to grow from $34 billion today to $80 billion in 2028. And more interestingly, India's used to new car ratio is 1.4 times compared to 2.5 times of the US and 4 times of the UK. This isn't just growth, this is actually catch up growth in a massive underserved market. CarTrade isn't just participating in this growth story, but actually leading it with platforms like CarWale, BikeWale, and the recently acquired OLX India. They have now created what I'd like to call the Amazon of automotive, which is actually a comprehensive ecosystem that touches every part of the vehicle buying and selling journey. Their genius lies in their three-pillar approach. The first being the consumer group, which is CarWale and BikeWale. These platforms literally dominate the online automotive discovery space. They have around 74 million monthly active users, and 95% of them come to their platform organically. This is not paid traffic, this is actually brand strength. Secondly, their remarketing platform called Shriram Automall. They operate the largest physical auction network in the country with over 500 locations. They auctioned around 1.4 million vehicles annually and have partnered up with more than 100 financial institutions. This is actually a cash generating vehicle with recurring revenue streams. Thirdly, the OLX India acquisition. Now, this is where things get actually interesting. For 535 crores, they didn't just acquire another classifieds platform. They actually acquired 34 million active users of 12 different categories other than automotives. These categories being real estate, electronics, furniture, etc. So now CarTrade is not just about cars. But even after this, CarTrade has been expanding the used car dealers network of OLX India, and now they have around 5,000 used car dealers under OLX India. Now let's talk about what really matters, the results. In FY25, CarTrade delivered a revenue of 641 crores, which was 31% up year on year, and a PAT of 145 crores, that is more than 600% up year on year. But here's what separates great companies from good companies. They're generating results while maintaining a net cash position of 950 crores. In a market where tech companies burn cash to grow, CarTrade is actually generating cash while growing. Their adjusted EBITDA margins of more than 30% are unjust impressive, they are best in class globally. Compare it to international players like Auto1 from Germany or Carvana from the US. These players are huge, but they are still burning cash. And compared to them, the 30% plus EBITDA margins of CarTrade with an incredible revenue growth trajectory is really commendable. What excites us most about CarTrade is their dedication to always stay ahead of the curve. So they've just launched CarTrade Labs, which is their in-house AI innovation hub, where they'll be focusing on generative AI and data science. So by this, they are developing AI-powered dealer management systems, pricing engines, and when you have a 95% organic reach and India's largest automotive data set, AI actually becomes a huge competitive moat for you. They are also planning to deploy around 750 crores over the next 5 to 7 years in strategic acquisitions. So this is a company that has successfully integrated CarWale, BikeWale, Shriram Automall, and now OLX India. They know how to buy well and then integrate efficiently. In every market they compete in, CarTrade isn't just participating, they are dominating. They are the number one auto portal in the country. They are the number one used classifieds platform. They are the number one vehicle auction platform in the country. When Indians search for cars, they find CarWale. When they search for bikes, they find BikeWale. And when they want to buy or sell anything, they find OLX India. So this isn't just market share, this is pure dominance. When their competitors like Cars24 and Spinny have to spend a lot on customer acquisition, CarTrade's traffic comes naturally. And this has a compounding effect, and it shows on lower costs, higher margins, and more resources to reinvest in growth. Talking about the management behind every great company is exceptional leadership. Vinay Sanghi, the founder and CEO of CarTrade, hasn't just built this company organically, but also through strategic acquisitions. He is not a founder who just got lucky, but he's a builder who understands markets and value creation. And they aren't just building for quarters but for decades. When you find a management that has consistently delivered on its promises and also maintained a conservative balance sheet, you found partners worth backing. Now let's address valuation. CarTrade trades at around 68 times PE multiple, which at a first glance might look quite expensive. But when you look at the earnings growth, which earnings have been growing at around 40% CAGR, and from our calculations, we can see that the company will be able to do around 1,200 crores of PAT in the next 5 years. So considering all of it, this multiple doesn't seem that expensive. But here's a key insight. We are not just buying a profitable automotive classifieds company. We are buying the digital infrastructure for India's mobility transformation, electric vehicles, or digital financing. CarTrade is a platform that can cater to everything. When you consider their market dominance, their cash generating business model, and their exposure to multiple secular growth trends, this valuation doesn't look like a risk, but rather like an opportunity. Every investment carries risks, and we don't ignore them. Competition from well funded players, market cyclicality, regulatory challenges, these are all genuine concerns. But CarTrade's diversified revenue streams, strong balance sheet, and a proven management track record help mitigate risks significantly. This is why we've invested in CarTrade. It stands for everything we look for: strong financials, strong management, market leadership, and exposure to long term secular growth trends. In a market obsessed with quarterly results, we are backing a company that is building for the long term. In a world of cash burning unicorns, we have found a profitable, cash generating market leader. CarTrade isn't just a bet on India's automotive future, but it is our conviction that superior businesses always compound returns over time. And for our investors who have a similar philosophy, opportunities like this are why we exist. So, thank you so much for watching our portfolio update. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Thank you so much.